SelectCon, how you guys feeling?
I got the timer. What do you
No, See, every time y'all hit me with that, I'm gonna hit you with the, how y'all feeling? How are you feeling? Yeah, you look good. You feeling good, you're here. Thank you. Okay, and is, just playing. I appreciate you guys so much for your energy. It's not going unnoticed. These people on this stage came up here to drop some gems to you, all right? Coming up next, moderated by my guy, Carl. Coming from New York. New York is in the building. I know y'all in here, so make some noise. Billboard's best and finest. We're gonna do this like this here. Creating hits with Hit Boy, Carl, and Hit Boy. Make some noise.
SelectCon 004. How we feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Woo! Some beautiful people in the crowd. Listen, this brother right here, I've known him for damn near a decade. The guy's a Hall of Famer. He's a visionary, Grammy Award-winning. I'm talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about Nas. I'm talking about Beyonce, Rihanna. Do you see where I'm going here? There's levels to it. Not everybody could be here. But my brother is here. And he just got a Grammy not too long ago for King's Disease. So I need y'all to get loud for my brother, Hit Boy! My G.
Brooklyn.
Woo. What you want to say? All right, we'll do right here. Man. Hall of Fame status, not everybody could be here. Brother Hit, we have history.
Yes, sir.
You have history. The brother started in FL Studios.
Still on FL Studio. Anybody use FL in here? Yeah.
The brother started on MySpace. The brother got signed to Polo the Don, and then he just became a Grammy Award-winning producer. Hey, how did we get here, man? Talk about the journey, that growth within that time.
I mean, shit, I'm sure it's a lot of creatives in here that could relate to the struggle, to the grind, having to do whatever it takes to, you know what I'm saying, get to that level. And I done went through every single thing, like sleeping in my whip, living far from the stool, driving fucking 5 in the morning, tired after I made beats all night, trying to get to the crib. Like everything that I had to go through, I just kept the shit pushing and making the right connections, and you know what I'm saying? And I just ended up here with y'all, shit.
We are here, and in case y'all didn't know, it's creating hits with Hit Boy. The brother got hits for days. I'm talking about Niggas in Paris, talking about Click. I just gotta ask flat out, what does it take to make a hit, Hit Boy?
I can't really tell you. I just feel like you gotta love the music, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a specific thing I could say. Like, it's like if you love it, you gonna figure out creative ways to inspire yourself firstly. Then, like, you know, when you get into these rooms and you can have the opportunity to work with different artists, like, hopefully you can inspire them. And that's one thing I realized, like, when I get in a room with people, you know, playing beats and I'm just seeing how they respond, and that gives me more energy to, like, okay, y'all really do this shit. They really fuck with what I'm doing, so let me keep doing it.
I wanna double up on that because a lot of cats here, they feel like there's a certain formula. So you say no formula, you
Just go. Just work and love the music.
talk about the producer community, man. Starting when you first came up, 07 versus 2022.
Yeah, I mean, shit, when I first started, we wasn't, like, using a lot of loops. I know, like, loops is heavy in the game, and it's a lot of loop makers that's getting on or whatever, but I started when I had a Roland Phantom, and I just, one key at a time, putting the chords together, putting one shots together, making loops, and now it's kind of, I wouldn't say easier, but it is. It's like 15-year-olds making hits now, so, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, the game has been revolutionized. It's just in a new place. It's quicker to make music.
You said not too long ago that, you know, there was points you were living in your car.
Facts. Not really living, but really if I had to, like, sleep near the stool, I'd sleep in my shit sometimes just to be close to the studios I was given access to.
Talk about that breakthrough moment when you finally got that first placement and what that did for your career? Because I know after the placement, you wasn't living in the car no more.
Nah, for sure. When I turned 19, I was able to get my deal with Polo, like you said, and I moved to Atlanta. I'm from Cali, so I'm 1 year out of high school, and I never lived nowhere else. And I was like, man, I'm going to take this leap and move to Atlanta and fuck with Polo, and it just worked out. Like, it just showed me the professional level. Like, Polo was doing Fergie singles. Like, Jack Harlow just sampled a Polo song that Fergie did, Glamorous. So it's crazy to see even that. You know, I was there when they was mixing Glamorous, bro. That was '06. So just to see Jack Harlow sample a song I was in a mixing session for, like, I feel old, firstly. And then it's like, damn, like, this shit just never stops.
15 years deep, man. Like, how have you been able to maintain this high level of success and the longevity that comes with being a hit boy?
I mean, I really love music. Like, that's first. That's one thing I'm going to keep bringing up. Like, whether I'm getting bread off of it or whatever, I'm going to be making this shit. Like, I just want to hear something that's going to impress myself. I want to be able to stand up, dance around the room, and have fun to the shit I'm making.
Like I said earlier, you have an abundance of collaborations, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Drake, trophies. How were you able to develop that networking mindset and that ability knowing how to collab with the artist, connect with the artist, build with the artist?
I mean, shit, just going for it. But really, like, once you work with certain people that other people are fans of, like, you'll get work off that. You know what I'm saying? People have told me, like, yo, I heard this record you did. That made me want to work with you. So once you putting your art out there, it's going to come back to you.
Can you, since this is about the hits, I want to talk about a few hits in particular, Niggas in Paris.
Word.
Can you take me to that moment, cooking up that hit, Niggas in Paris?
I honestly don't really remember making a beat. I made the beat at my mom's crib like 2010, maybe even '09. Like, I had the beat for a minute, and one of my homies was actually about to put the Niggas in Paris beat out on a mixtape to a song that he did over it. And like probably the week before, I got a call from Don C, who is one of Kanye right hand man, and was like, yo, I need the files for this joint. Like, Hove and Ye hopped on it. And it's crazy because I was in New York in 2011 working on Watch the Throne, and Niggas in Paris never even came up. The beat, the song, nothing. We did other songs, like other joints that I was hype on, I thought was going to go crazy. They scratched all of them, went to Paris and did Niggas in Paris. I wasn't there for that session, so it's just crazy how that worked out.
And then guess who's holding the gold trophy by the end of it? Another hit I want to dive into, Racks in the Middle.
R.I.P. Nipsey, man.
R.I.P.
Make some
Nipsey
noise
Hussle.
for my nigga Nip.
Give one for Nip. R.I.P. Nip. Can you take us to the making of Racks in the Middle, what it took to make that hit, that Grammy Award hit?
Yeah, yo, that was like a movie for me, for real. Like, I had known Nip. We worked on Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 2 way back then. We did a song called Thuggin' with Lil Boozy, him and Boozy. And so we worked on other shit after that. We hadn't talked in probably a couple years, really. And I linked with him at a show, seen him and Big Sean at the same time. I did Detroit 2, I executive produced that for Sean, and that was all from that one link up with me, Sean, and Nip. Ended up doing the Racks in the Middle. I actually had the song already with just me and Roddy. I was going to put it out as my producer single featuring Roddy Ricch. And right before I was about to put it out, I linked with Nip, and he heard the song one time. He was like, yo, can you please give me this song, bro? And I didn't hesitate. I just shot it to him, and it worked out perfect.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle, Roddy Ricch, Hit Boy. Hit, I know over the years, man, you've given me a lot of gems. There's a lot of producers out here, and they need that advice. They want to know, Hit, how can I make sure I can properly get compensated out here? Make sure I don't get scammed out here, because there's a lot of filthy gremlins out here.
It's a deep game, man. You got to be patient, and you got to know your value. Obviously, they want to use your music for a reason, so, you know what I'm saying, buckle down on the business. Don't be so eager to be like, I'm going to take the first thing, whether it's a publishing deal, record deal, whatever it is, even selling a song. Like, if they need the song, then you got to, you know, just do proper business with them and surround yourself with people that understand the business.
What's the biggest advice you would give yourself 10 years ago, knowing what you know now?
Man, just really believe in yourself beyond just the music. Like, know that you got what it takes to like, you know, just run your whole shit. Like, I just feel like sometimes I be looking at all the people that I allowed into my circle that I didn't know was just feeding off of my energy. I thought I needed them. Really, they needed me and shit. So just to get to this point and really empowering myself, just really believe that you could do this shit.
We spoke about Hov, spoke about Nipsey Hussle. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Queensbridge brother Nas.
Esco,
y'all got a Grammy. King's Disease.
Man, we in New York. Y'all gotta make some noise.
I'm kind of surprised y'all
hey,
quiet.
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie.
That's Nas. Hey, yo. This Nas' first Grammy, dog. He linked up with a nigga from Cali and won his first Grammy after 16 nominations, man.
Y'all gotta. And what's so crazy, I remember talking to you and Nas, and I remember Nas said the project started off, it was supposed to be a Valentine's Day project. So talk about, one, being in the studio with Nas, all-time legend, and then taking that Valentine's Day project and making it.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard King's Disease 1, but that's the album we won the Grammy for, and it started off with, you know, like the songs like Replace Me with Don Toliver or All Bad with Anderson .Paak. Those ended up on a joint because it started as like a love song type project. So I was trying to present them type of joints. Already had them hooks over my beats and I presented them and he loved them. So we did those first. But then we started getting deeper into the process and we made the intro for King's Disease. Wow. And that's when it was like, nah, bro, we got to do a whole joint.
And just from a producer standpoint, you know, obviously you guys made a sequel. How would you say you've grown as a producer working with a Nas from King's Disease 1 to King's Disease 2?
There's really no way to not grow. That's a real legend. Like, that's a real wordsmith, a real legendary artist. So just by nature, so, like most of the times it's just us in the studio. I've said this in interviews before, like, I'm doing every job I gotta do. Like, I'll book the studio. I'm an engineer for bro. I'm gonna help him if he need, like, you know, hooks, whatever. I'm gonna do the beats. Like, I just put on multiple hats and try to be of service as in many ways as I can to him.
Absolutely. And I think I'd be remiss again to mention Hit Boy being super versatile, doing the production and the raps. There's producers here that also want to be an artist.
Straight up.
So what's the advice you would give to producers trying to come into that artist lane as well?
I would say buckle down on the aesthetic, buckle down on your world, what it is. Like, I watched Travis Scott, like, this nigga used to pull up to my crib in a 2-seater Jeep with 3 niggas. So it was just like, I watched him from ground zero, bro. And early I seen he had the vision. Like, he had the visuals. He knew how he wanted to dress. He knew everything about his whole world. And that's why he turned into Travis Scott.
I love how you mentioned Travis because Travis got a whole brand aesthetic for himself. Like, how have you been able to maintain that brand of yours, of Hit Boy?
Man, it's been a work in progress. I'm still working on my shit, just trying to get flyer than ever, make fresher beats than ever, just like put my world together. Like, it's just a continuous process.
So what's the best advice you would give to aspiring producers trying to find that identity, create that brand, and grow into that person they ultimately want?
I would say be detailed, you know what I'm saying? Make sure the music aesthetically matches, you know, the way you look or the way your videos look or whatever the case is. Really build that world out.
I don't know if y'all saw the news today, but somebody got a huge collab with UnitedMasters.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I'm talking about Beat Exchange. Come on.
Y'all got to tap in on that, all the producers.
Talk about Beat Exchange. It's a new marketplace, in case y'all didn't know, for artists and producers to buy and sell beats. Why was it important for you to get involved and look out for the young producers coming up?
I mean, that's my life. I feel like I'm one of the ones that's really trying to push producers to the forefront. We really have for the job and shit. Like, people look at artists like that's the whole song. They just looking at how the artist is dressed, what they doing in the video, not thinking that the motherfucker that's got you dancing and grooving is really the producer. So it's like, I'm just trying to put on as much as I can for that.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, because we're in a technological age, how can, like, producers use technology to further and build and connect with the artists?
I mean, bro, you said it yourself. I was on MySpace 06.
Shout out to MySpace.
So I've been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? You can do a joint, upload it right to YouTube, and you know what I'm saying? If that shit going, it's gonna go. So But regardless if shit, you know, move to the level you want it to, just keep pushing, keep dropping, keep, you know, building your world out.
But hey, you know what's crazy? Knowing that you came from the MySpace age. We went from MySpace and then Facebook and then Twitter and then, was it Instagram, TikTok? Talk about that adjustment and growth, having to adapt to each and every different social media platform, because that's not easy if you're not a social media
Nah,
cat.
for sure. I mean, some people surround themselves with the right people that know how to work all that shit, but I feel like it's a natural progression. Like, you see things moving in different ways. You got to go with the current or get left behind. That's just what it is.
I love that. I love that. Before we go, I gotta ask, because, you know, I heard certain project is coming. I heard King's Disease 3.
I mean, Nas said it himself on Magic, so shit, I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying? I'm pushing myself. Nas pushing himself. I feel like KD3 gonna be our best work so far.
Could we talk about like what to expect from a listener standpoint?
I can't go into details, but like I said, we both pushing ourselves, bro. I feel like this for sure gonna be the craziest one.
Listen, my brother Hit Boy, I want to say thank you.
For sure.
Give a round
Appreciate
of
all
applause
y'all.
to Hit Boy, Grammy Award-winning. Put some respect on his name.
My God.
My God. Thank you.